I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. Talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a two drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
It's the building that was opened the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And away we go from Nashville. He'll begin his return from the 11. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, mayday, mayday, mayday.
Right to the air, it's Levis. Pass brought in by Traylon Burks. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good. Titans. First and 10 at the 40.
Levis here on first down. Called in by Tyler Boyd. And they're yards there. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Like 46.
On first down, they'll run. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Working quickly here.
22 readers.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Diamond.
Levis now off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Hold on, like 90. And 24 Linda, second 18 green. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita.
Levis from the shotgun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Pollard will take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans finish up an excellent opening series. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Jones. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Long. Up we go.
Running up the middle, Hull. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play fake, Jones. Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Half 18.
Jones on first down. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here we go, hey.
Hand off to Hull from the gun. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Offense in the hurry up here. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He brings it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
They go play fake with Jones. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Army! Like 54.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run here on first down. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Like 40.
From the 46. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Titans will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Like 24.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
22 Linda, 22
Now
Linda.
movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Like 13, like 13.
Levis now against the blitz. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Now it's Matthew Wright for this field goal try. A 49-yarder in front of him here. He had some trouble with that kick, but still gets it to go in the bottom left corner. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Okay, here we go.
Pull now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Timberland. Half jumbo.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at 2nd and 3.
Half 18. Let's go.
Now it's a bootleg for him. He's got Pierce. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Option headed to the left on 1st down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Back row. Number 6. Let's go.
Straight ahead, they go with Hull. Into the secondary past the 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
North salad, north salad. Up, up.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. That's Mitchell on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Gay with the point after. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
14, Titans 10.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Right 13.
First and 10 now from the 30.
3 down. 4 downs down.
Right up the gut. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Right 54. 22 Linda. 22 Linda.
On the play fake, it's Levis. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Wheels. Wheels. 49's down. 22 Rita.
Handoff running right, Pollard. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
On the give, it's Hull. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Once again, Hull. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Jones. Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And the Colts, first down.
Here we go. Out, go.
Running right, it's Hull. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Jim. Out, go.
Working from the gun, here's Jones. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Setting up the screen. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Out on.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Titans working here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Like 5-4. Like 5-4.
Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
They'll run the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Mike 90. Hand up.
Shotgun now for Levis. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, come on. Here. Hey, here,
Man in motion here.
Come back. Out on. Zero's down, 90 down, 40. Zero's down, 49 Linda.
Third and long, here's Levis. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Dumps it off to his running back.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Jones to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. Let's see what they went with on third down. Now Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Colts going to kick this away now on fourth, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes it in at the 26. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans make it a one-score game before halftime. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Well, he is one of those players, Brock. We've seen teams sometimes kick away from him, and it's because of his ability to turn any punt return into six.
Some of these elite returners, Kate, they just have a vision that's different. They can see things happening before the rest of us, and then you've got to have that elite explosiveness as well to go punch it in for 6.
Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Half 18, half 18.
First down, throw by Jones. Setting up the running back screen. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. This play goes for 36. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Again, Jones to the air. Gets this to Montgomery. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Mike zero.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he tried to finesse that one far too much. It doesn't come close to the landing zone, so set this drive up at the 40.
Half 18.
They run. It's Hull. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Great. Ladybug.
A run now with Hull. A lot of grass ahead. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Gold Cyclone.
Running back sent in motion. Jones on first down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Like zero.
Looking to throw, Levis. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Like zero.
To throw again on second down, Levis. Fits it through the middle. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
22 Linda. Hey, I'm back.
They kick the running back in motion. Levis here on first down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Offense to the line for second down.
20 Rita.
Another try following the sack. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying getting it to Calvin Ridley. So now it's going to be third and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Third and long for him here. To the right, and intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Colts have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 28-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Half 88.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Cadence, lock in the cadence.
They go again with Taylor. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On the draw, this is Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I wonder who it was, Kate. Which defender had that little bit of clairvoyance that there was a draw coming and clued the rest of his buddies in? Because somebody saw that coming. That's the only way they could have been so prepared for what was supposed to be a surprise.
4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Like 54.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Hey, 40 Linda.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Working quickly here.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Reload. Reload. Let's go. Destroy.
Levis now on first down. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
22 Rita. 54 Rita.
Second and 1. This one's caught. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans shrinking the lead some in the third. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. The Colts are ready for the punt. Takes this in at the 25. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Titans will get set to take over. Defense showing blitz. Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Daniel Scott with the pick.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Only 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They send the tight end in motion. From the 36. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Running up the middle, Hull. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Running with Taylor. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal.
Timberland. Quick right.
Working from the gun, here's Jones. Bails out of the pocket quick, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage. 4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks them with a really long field ahead.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
On, Mike 49.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one finds Boyd. Give him 13 on that play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
22, here we go.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 2 brings up the 2nd and
24 lined up, sack 18 green.
19-yard line.
Sub. On.
Levis now against the blitz. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
0's down, 49 Linda. Diamond.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Half 18.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here we go, hey. Up we go.
Run here with Hull. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts put up even more points in a win. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line, his second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Jackson now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
40 Rita.
Shotgun now for Levis. Boyd hauls it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Levis now off the play fake. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Hold on. Like that. Army. Hey, 40 Linda.
From the gun, Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Let's go.
Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
Tracy. Sit up. Sit. Sit up.
3rd and long, here's Levis. Complete beyond the marker. Keeps himself upright. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional.
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Option give to Taylor. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
South Salad. South Salad. South. Bama, Bama, Bama. Half 18, half 8. Detroit Johnson. Detroit Johnson. Let's go.
Pull now from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go. Hey. Up we go.
They're going Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
The Colts into victory formation as they kneel it down.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.